Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and in today's video, sponsored by the makers of Call of Dragons, we're going to spin the lucky wheel for Falgrim. And look, I have been enjoying Falgrim unmaxed. I used him at 5.541, and he's been great. Actually, I've been shocked at how well unmaxed Falgrim and Chisgule are performing. Sometimes I forget that they are unmaxed, unless I compare them against my Mag's A reports, and it's like, well, then you know, then you know the difference. So I would rate this pair as extremely good. I've pulled down 18 million merits so far this season, which is a decent number, and there's no sign of it stopping. This may be one of my highest merit seasons ever. In fact, this might be one of the highest merit earning seasons of all time. I'm pretty sure people are spread across alliances, but pretty sure we have like 3 billion merits earned so far in BDO. I don't think that'll show now because we're split across a bunch of different shells here. So I don't think there's actually a lot of value. Oh, no. Yeah, actually, even though we're in a bunch of other shells, we already have 2.6 billion merits. That's insane. We have people in multiple other shells right now. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. And, you know, there's a lot that I want to talk about or show or share, but the reality is that all of these things are way too revealing for the way that our season is going. And look, we're 2v4. Like, I can't be giving away advantage. So I'm going to go now and spin this Falgrim wheel and get the goodies. What goodies am I after here? I mean, it's really the Falgrim tokens themselves that are most interesting to me at this moment in time. To do my spins, I am going to need a bunch of tickets here, so I'm going to go and purchase the bundle. If you didn't know, there are these things called dragon tickets. I've been using these in a bunch of videos. All the link down below for the official Farlight store where you can buy your dragon tickets. Dragon tickets are pretty neat. You can either exchange for dragon coins to buy a bundle or use tickets. I happen to have these tickets, which are exchanged for exact values of bundles. So a $10 dragon ticket is exchanged for a $10 bundle. And the magic of this is that when you buy from that official store to get these tickets, instead of buying in like the App Store, for example, they give you typically about 10% of extra value in the form of these coins that can also be used to buy bundles, which is pretty neat. So that's the upside there, is you get a little bit extra. I'm going to max out this change of fortune, and it's done. All right, and from there, it's time to actually spin the wheel. Now, how much Falgrim, how many tokens do I already have? He's 5.541, and I already have 29 of these tokens, so it's not nothing. In fact, on my free spin, I was like, I'll do the free spin. It's never eventful anyways. What could it be? On my free spin, I full pulled Falgrim, which is actually kind of nuts. I think I can show that to you. Yep, 50 chances remaining. So 50 is what it takes for a maximum pity. I just full pulled him with a free pull. GG, wasn't recording. Oh, well. And I am going to gem a bunch of these. So I will buy these with gems. I will point out we have Alliance mobilization going right now. So pretty cool opportunity to just, I think we have Alliance mobilization going for another couple days. Spend gems as a part of Alliance mobilization. Seems really good. I've already done all of my Alliance mobilization, so I'm just going to max that out. Call it a day. And now we've got 200 spins to do. GG, baby. Let's go. I guess we'll leave it on skip animation. Oh, I'm getting lucky. That's amazing. 5 pulls in for a full Falgrim. Okay, do it again, please. Oh my god, that was so insane. 2 Falgrims. Seems good. Now they're going to be kind of tame for a little bit. Falgrim and a G4. Another Falgrim. Okay, come on. Another G4 is fine. Training speeds are definitely good. Falgrim and a G4. There's 4 G4 tokens. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh, tiered rewards. I'll do them later. All right. Oh my god. Wait. I'm kind of cooking right now. 4 more Falgrim tokens. The game is like, Chisgule, let me tell you something, buddy. 2v4, you need these Falgrim tokens. You need them more than anyone else does, buddy. Full pull, there it is. Granted, I mean, I think I went to pity there, so that's fine. That's fine. I got pretty lucky earlier. 2 Falgrim tokens, okay. 3 Falgrim tokens, looking good. 3 Falgrim tokens and a G4. I keep looking like, am I recording? I am recording. This is crazy. I'm recording? Okay, this is crazy. Dude, Falgrim token and 2 G4s. Let's go. Let's keep the hype up. Another Falgrim token. Another Falgrim token. Okay. I really do need these medals at this point. Legendary medals are... I blasted through so many of them. I still have more I can spend, but Falgrim and 2 G4s seems good. There's the full pull. Kind of went to pity, though, I think, in the G4 tokens here. Yeah, I mean, I didn't quite get to pity, but I got pretty close there. There's another Falgrim token. There's a G4 and a Falgrim. There's a Falgrim token. I do love that this wheel is like all gas. Like everything on here is good. Even the resources I'm going to use. Falgrim and a G4 is good. Bunch of mana and some speed ups is fine. G4 and a Falgrim token. I am kind of getting wrecked on pities at this point. I used up all my luck earlier. There's another Falgrim token. I think we're about to hit that pity mark now. There's a couple G4s. And pity comes in the next one. Falgrim token. There's the pity. And more Falgrim tokens. Okay. Well, this went from Chisgule's absolutely slaying this wheel to like probably a mid result here. There's another Falgrim token. 1 token and a G4. Come on. A G4 token. 2 Falgrim. Okay. G4. Fine. 3 Falgrim's nice. And I should hit pity here any second. There's 4 sets of medals on a G4. Okay. I mean, I ain't mad about it exactly. 3 Falgrim and a G4. Dude, this wheel's been crazy, and it's pity time. It's pity time, chat. There's the pity Falgrim over there. And 1 extra Falgrim token. This wheel was weird. Now, typically around 130 tokens is what I expect to get from spinning the way that I just did, including these tiered rewards. So if we lock in here, baby, and see the grand total of what we got, where are we at? We swing on down over here. Skills. Yeah, a little below average. Like it started off super lucky and then ends. I mean, it's about average. Like 130 is about average, honestly. We're about average. I think it was a fine result. So I do want this last skill to max out. Seems pretty good. This other skill over here, each time your hero inflicts a debuff in battle, the Legion gets 2% more damage from normals. Goes up to, yeah, I mean, it's fine. But I do get at least 2 skill applications here, which is good. In fact, I'll get exactly 2. So we smash the first one, and it goes in the final skill. I'm fine with that. The penetrating bolt buff. We do it again, and it goes to the same place. I have about 37 Falgrim tokens remaining. I still have all these universal tokens, which you may think, bro, that's a lot. It isn't when you realize that there's like at least 2 infantry heroes that are going to show up, and I'm going to want to max quickly, and like who knows what I'll want to do with cavalry when they show up next, and then mages after that. So I'm going to need all the tokens I can get. So this is a fine outcome. We're getting close to being able to max them out. 3 more skill ups and we're there. And I did want to take a moment to talk briefly about what I'm doing with this combo. Because look, I don't have a bunch of fancy artifacts and I'm doing great. I got Shadow Blades on there. It ain't fancy, but it does the job. All right. Old school, cool. But I did work on this pet a little bit. And I still have a lot I want to do with it. But I thought it'd still be good to like just get a look and show it to you. So Barb Manticore seems like a solid pick for Falgrim. What does it do? Deals physical damage to the target Legion, okay, with a damage factor enhanced by luck, and it inflicts a defense break. Cool. This is very powerful given that I'm using Nico and Kanara as well. So there's a chance that I'm applying a new defense break to the target. But also, if I'm not, there's some benefits here. So if the target already has a defense break, your War Pet's Legion gains 1 stack of Thorn Mark each time it deals hero innate skill damage to that Legion. If the target Legion's defense break is stronger than your own, you gain 50 rage, which is pretty cool, but that's all cleared upon casting skills. So the thing that's kind of neat here is that I have a bunch of ways to do this defense break. Nico and Kanara obviously bring 2 defense breaks. This pet has a defense break, and also the Sybil I'm using has a defense break right here. Okay. Upon reaching 500 rage, inflicts a defense break on the target for 15 seconds and gains keen for 15 seconds. So we got a lot of defense break stuff going on. And the other thing I did with this pet is, of course, Chain Strike's amazing. Even though I'm like not doing a lot with normal attack damage, I thought this was fine. So I went Chain, I went Intense Chain, and I picked up Fierce Attack because with this strength roll being what it is, this is a pretty meaningful amount of damage. The only thing I have remaining to do is to put another luck skill on there. And there are kind of like several options for what I could do. One that I'm like really kind of considering here is to increase the chance of my Fierce Attack triggering. So if I had, for example, a luck skill over here that does that, Intense Fierce Attack. I mean, I can get to a almost 38% chance of an enhanced chance of having this happen. In other words, I could get this up to almost double. So I basically can add another, the way I think about it mentally is it's like using Intense Fierce Attack in this case is like adding Fierce Attack again onto this pet, which I think I'm going to do. This actually came on this pet, which is kind of amazing. Before I invested further into this guy, I wanted to like play around a little bit more and see how I liked it. And you may think like, bro, Chisgule, are you for real here? Like, you're actually serious about a war pet with 5 skills on it? And I am. I mean, like, I'm trying to save regenerates. I could use this instead, right? But like, I've got lower agility, lower luck. If what I wanted to do right now was spend a lot of money on a war pet, then we're in a different scenario entirely, right? If what I want to do is spend a bunch of money on this guy, then I definitely want to keep going and have more slots. But for now, I save these regeneration potions for when some amazing infantry pet comes along. And, you know, you may think 4,000 potions, isn't that enough? I mean, I used at least 4,000 potions to get to the one I've been garrisoning with and rallying with. This guy's pretty legit. Now, at this point, I have put some fruit into this pet. So this pet is a little fruity, but I have a lot of fruit I could put into it still. All my fruit I've used, but the point I'm trying to make is that I could even enhance this further, which is kind of nuts. Yeah, this moon bear is certifiably cooking. Really cooking. So I'm like, look, for pets that are not my rally garrison, what other YouTubers have said that Chisgule's invested his kids' college money, you know, into this moon bear? It's true. No, okay, it's not true. It was very expensive though. Yeah, I'll do that for rally garrison pets. And I think my stance for open field pets is like, look, maybe 1 star on more expensive skills is fine. Cheaper skills, 2 stars is fine. And like, it's directionally good enough for me. Will I change my mind and want to do more regenerates on this thing later and improve it? Maybe. You know, it is generally Fierce Attack the best thing that you can do on this. No, I don't think so. I think like a more expensive package of, you know, these 3 skills that I have over here is generally the way to go. Blood Roar, using Fatal Bite, and then Angry Roar will be the way to go on this pet, as an example of like a damage package that I would want to put onto here. I think that would be obviously higher damage and also like 5 to maybe even 10 times the total cost of the skills. Actually, probably much more than that. Those skills are way more expensive. So that's where I'm at. And he's doing great. He's doing great. Similar, even though he's not maxed, to my Sinfray, which I find insane because Sinfray's got the gold crest. Sinfray has the banger of a Night Rock here. This thing's got all the advantages, and yet it's doing about the same as the Gen 4 marksman. So That's why I'm all in on these marksmen, man. They're good. You enjoyed the vid? Throw a like on here, subscribe. I'll be back with some more vids. I want to make you a video about the 5x marksman I run. I don't always run 5 marksmen, but when I do, it's pretty punchy. I'll make a vid about it, all right? Until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies. Take care, everybody.